so the Timberwolves win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Thunder, Roberson is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Anthony Morrow, and it's Durant in at the 2. Now here's Durant. We don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
There's no doubt about that, fellas. I mean, the more finishes like that he gets, the more his confidence will grow.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
And who couldn't forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 3 here to start up the game. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And Rubio kicks to Towns. Here's Levine. From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Westbrook. From deep three-point range. Westbrook missing.
He's got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys. There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Rubio. The Thunder making the shot. Clock at 6. Wiggins dishes to Levine. Here's Rubio. And he gets it to go from the corner. Thunder trailing by 3. Durant with a wide open look. And it's all evened up. Durant's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Last season for the Timberwolves, it was a struggle most of the season. Young teams tend to do that, but they didn't have, unfortunately, Greg, much luck at home.
You know, they basically limped their way to a league-worst 9-32 record at home. Part of taking your lumps as a young team. Let's see how they respond this season.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Muhammad's checked in. Here's Levine, defended by Durant. And there's the pass to Muhammad, expanding his range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You know, not everything was bad for the Wolves at home. I mean, they did have several highlight reel plays and also found their way to the foul line a lot. Biggest free throw differential at home in the league last season.
Levine kicks to Towns. Jang, the pass to Levine. Here's Muhammad. Kicks it out to Wiggins. No good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack.
Whoa!
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Levine off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this time out here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang. Prince comes in for Muhammad. Rudez checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Jones subbed in for Levine. Here's Morrow off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. .11 left to play in the first quarter. Rebound, Minnesota.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
The Thunder leading by 3. For 3. Pekovic with the rebound. The Timberwolves shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Jones. Prince, that's for 2. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. And here's Morrow outside. No luck. Prince with the defensive effort. Timberwolves on offense. Jumps up. Pekovic dishes to Towns. Jones kicks to Towns. Prince, that's for 2. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And the transition defense now, guys, non-existent, invisible.
Yeah, 3 straight fast break buckets here. The D seems to be sleepwalking.
Durant kicks to Roberson. To the wing right side. From deep, Morrow. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Prince, that's for 2. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. And here now the Thunder. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 3. The second. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight. Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Shabazz Muhammad is out there with.
He's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Ibaka, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Durant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Durant's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Ibaka, this is tomorrow. For 3, Durant. That's tipped, but they'll get another chance. For the 3, and Russell Westbrook with the 3. Westbrook's got 5.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Greg. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that 3 of his own.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Here's Morrow, covered by Rubio. Durant drawing the double team. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Westbrook missing again.
Could it have been any other way? Last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
A 3-ball. And again, Andrew Wiggins for 3. And now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Adrian Payne. That's his first foul. Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin. And Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
Here's Wiggins. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Prince comes in for Andrew Wiggins.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
The finish, and the jam by Levine.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to the tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league. And, you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Levine can't hit.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Stolen by Durant. And Roberson kicks to Morrow. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Morrow's got 8 points.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Some changes for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Muhammad comes in for Tayshaun Prince. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Ricky Rubio.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Wiggins with the block, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Payne gets a wide-open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
But they recover it. Towns, the pass to Wiggins. Muhammad dishes to Levine. Another shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the back end.
Singler, no good.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Payne. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Levine. He's covered by Singler. Levine passes to Wiggins. Kicks it to Levine. That one's off. Still out of sync. And oh, here we go. Foy's got it. The fast break chance. That will count. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Thunder lead by 2. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
And there was a point where you seen...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Kyle Singler is out there with Payne. Then there's Foy, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Collison in at the center position.
Hey, guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year 2.
And it's Wiggins missing. It's tipped. The Thunder with the lead, and Foy kicks to Singler. Offensive rebound. Dishes to Payne. There's Foy with the 3. The shot is off. And Minnesota will come the other way.
You know, sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
Wiggins kicks to Rubio. Here's Levine. Offline with his 3. You know, as Greg was talking about, Levine was a lights-out shooter at times in college. He would go on these benches, falling back Clark from 25 feet and draining it. I mean, unreal shots.
Well, it looks good when they're going down, but he also can bend, shoot you out of a game. So pick your poison.
And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jack. Garnett comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Levine. Payne's shot is good.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
The kick out to Collison. Back to Adams. Knocks it loose. The dish to Payne from downtown. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Prince fires. Kicks it out to Garnett. Pass to Prince. Feeds to Towns. Here's Rubio. Hits the three-point bomb. Rubio's got his second bucket tonight.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down. In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
Payne, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Rubio. He has 5. And Randy Foye gets the whistle that time. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Russell Westbrook in for the Thunder. Durant comes in for Payne. Prince up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Garnett wide open. It's good from about 19 feet. Well, Greg, it would work out for Minnesota with all those losses. They got the lucky bounce, Clark, and the #1 pick in the draft.
And, you know, it's the first time in a long time that the worst team in the league actually got the top pick in the draft, allowed Minnesota to add another great young big to complement Rookie of the Year, Andrew Wiggins.
5 on the clock. Durant for 3. That is good. Durant's got 14 points for the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Payne, and the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Minnesota making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in, and that one's good. Durant.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Prince dishes to Wiggins. Payne gets a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
Here's Wiggins, plenty of space. Westbrook pulls it in.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Pekovic passes to Wiggins. Here's Muhammad. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. And nice job again that time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here, they've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Minnesota calls timeout.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
Really, great game.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Some changes for Minnesota. Gorgie Dang comes in for Adrian Payne, and Zach LaVine sub in for Tayshaun Prince.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Looking to get it going, and Durant sends it back. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
On the floor for your Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio.
"15 seconds left in the third. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from LaVine.
Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
And here is Durant. Near the three-point line, it's Foy, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Levine, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Thunder. They lead by 12. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.